All right, guys, as you guys can see, I finally got my garage cleaned up. Paying no mind to that 2020 Hobie Outback. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the Pro Angler 17T, the used demo that I bought for me and the family and friends and all that to take out together, do some duck hunting out of, do some fishing out of. And I had a bunch of little stuff wrong with it. And I'm gonna give you guys a walk around and show you everything that I've added, replaced, fixed, all that good stuff. All right, so let's start up here at the bow of the boat. And we got a fresh new emblem that's not all oxidized and nasty looking. It was like really rough and you couldn't even tell what was on it. So that was really bothering me. So I did replace the emblem. It was like $2. So new emblem, new front handle, as you can see right here. And I told you guys there was a crack back here. I did take a video of that. I did plastic weld that, so I'll show a little clip right now of that fixed weld. Then we added some yak power lights because we did add the trolling motor mount. This is a Haswing trolling motor. It's just a cheap like $400 and some bow motor that has a remote control so you can steer and everything from the back. Nothing fancy like a Minn Kota or anything like that. Just went with cheap 55-pound thrust just when we don't want to use the Mirage drives, and I can just use a little remote control for that. Anyway, we got the yak power lights. I don't have the switch system on this, debating adding that or not, but we do have that ran to this little hatch right here, and you just plug your battery into that. And as you guys can see, I did put a blue tub. I'll link that below if you're interested. It's not perfect, but it works fine. I have not modded the existing Hobie tubs. I went with 3 of those instead. Still may modify those, but right now I'm just going with those blue tubs. We did get a new hatch liner. That was probably the biggest expense of everything. We got all our stuff from duck hunting this past weekend. There's the lock for the trolling motor. We did end up putting a new seal on this front hatch, so it is brand new. And then we did this bungee mod, added orange bungees. No more over-the-top bungees. We did get our 3 cassettes. So we came with 1, we got 2 more of those. Added the anchor trolley here on the side. Just modified the one I took off the last boat I had. What else? We've got our A-trail adapters. We have a little micro power pole adapter that we can throw around everywhere on the A-trail. 3 cup holders. This is set up for how we had it set for duck hunting, so that's why there's 3 cup holders and 2 bins for shotgun shells and everything. And that's why it's so dirty with all this grass and stuff, but this is just giving you a quick rundown. So we did get brand new risers on all 3. I accidentally only ordered 1 emblem for it, so next time I do a order from somewhere that carries those, I'll throw those in there too. They're like a couple cents or $1 or something like that. So we've got brand new risers, brand new handles. Got 3 of those. So all set up with the steering. Cleaned the skeg out, so now the skeg drops fine. Added our PA paddle clips to the back here so that we can store paddle out of the way. I did purchase these because it didn't come with a paddle. I did purchase these really cheap wooden canoe paddles just to be legal, because you have to have a paddle on your boat. But we're going to have a motor most of the time, and when we don't, we're going to have 2 Mirage drives. So I don't really see 2 Mirage drives failing and having to use those, but you got to be legal and you need those on this boat. So I got the big battery, the Minn Kota battery case that'll tell you your charge and all that stuff right there. And that plugs in right here, and we got wires ran all the way to the front, and your trolling motor plugs in right here. And again, these are just those blue tubs that I was telling you about. And I did install the Garmin EchoMap 73 SV, I think is what it's called, from the one that I've had on pretty much all my kayaks. But I do have my old 7 Garmin Striker 7 DV. So I'm gonna put that on here because this is just, it's not gonna be like my personal fishing. I don't need that side scan and all that stuff. Plus the Outback has the Guardian and that works better with side scan. And I have to use a Burley Pro on this because it's a 2018. So I'm just gonna throw the Striker on this so that way it's a nice smooth bottom, no Burley Pro to worry about. Move the nicer fish finder to the Outback, which is probably what I'll be on the majority of the time, but this does give me some versatility. Either way, I'll have a fish finder. I had that Striker laying around, so I might as well use it. What else did we do? Oh, we added the power pole back here. So same mount as I've had on all my pro anglers. Just needed to mod it up for this one. And other than that, it was just really spraying this thing, all these moving parts down with WD-40. Oh, and as you can see, we got the folding tongue on the trailer now so that it still fits in the garage. But yeah, that's about it. Here's the plate with the quick connect for that trolling motor and the new bow handles. You can see the grips here and there. So she's basically good as new now. Still has some cosmetic problems, scratches and stuff like that, but a boat that I'm gonna have probably a long time just because it's gonna serve so many purposes. I finally have my pro angler and my Outback at the same time just because I was able to get such a good deal on this. And sold some stuff, cleaned up the garage, got some stuff out of here, made a little money from that way. So ended up selling the Bonafide and got that 2020 Outback right here in my favorite red color. If only they made a real orange, then I might get that. But so I plan on keeping this. If anything, I'm gonna upgrade the Outback over the years, but this is gonna be the thing I always go back to. I can run it as a solo pro angler. I can run it to take my family out. We can duck hunt out of it. It's a nice boat replacement for around in this area where you can't run gas motors anyway. So yeah, that is the Hobie PA17T, and that's everything we're gonna do to it for now. Eventually, maybe over the winter or early into next spring, we're gonna do the entire marine mat kit and replace all this because a lot of this is peeling up in areas, but we'll get through duck season with the way it is right now. Don't really have the money to spend on that at the moment. Maybe around tax return time, maybe we'll do that. Other than that, we have a motor already. I am waiting on registration, so I have a temporary registration right now, but we'll do that. And other than that, maybe add a yak power switch to run the nav lights and fish finder and all that stuff. Maybe add some lights in the cockpit area so we can light it up and see at night when we're duck hunting and stuff like that when we're getting to our spot. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more videos on that one and this one right here. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.